this video, I'll give you 3 strategies to stop feeling nervous and anxious when you speak up in English meetings. They're not quick fixes, but if you use them, you will start speaking with more confidence and control. Hello everyone, my name is Carrie. I spent 13 years as a conference interpreter working with leaders like Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio and organizations like the UN and Goldman Sachs. Now I coach busy professionals like you to improve their English communication and build more confidence at work. If you feel nervous before speaking up in an English meeting, I completely get it. I've been there too. In this video, I'll share 3 strategies that have helped me and my students overcome that fear and build real confidence. The last one is something that most people overlook, but it's super important. The first strategy is called exposure therapy. Most people try to avoid a situation that make them nervous, but if you keep avoiding what you fear, you will never improve. That's where exposure therapy comes in. It's a concept from psychology where you deliberately put yourself in uncomfortable situations, but you expose yourself little by little until the situation don't feel overwhelming anymore. So basically, you practice facing the fear and gain more control. I use the same approach in my coaching. For example, I had a student who would panic and get super nervous just by thinking about speaking in an English meeting. So we started very small. Her first step was to prepare one simple question for the next meeting. It was very short and she can choose when to ask it. Over time, we worked up to giving feedback, which is a little bit longer, but still manageable. After 2 more weeks, she gave a very short update on the project she was working on. As you can see, the key is to take very gradual steps, very small steps, but keep exposing yourself to that uncomfortable situation. And after enough practice, that student no longer feels nervous, and now speaking in meetings has become her new routine. Here's what you need to understand. The more you avoid speaking, the bigger your fear becomes. Think of your fear as a small monster. Every time you avoid speaking, you feed that monster and it grows. When you face the fear by speaking even just one sentence in a meeting, you stop feeding that monster. It starts to shrink. And over time, you will feel more in control. And with enough practice, the fear will completely disappear. Another powerful tool is to change how you look at nervousness. This is something that I learned from Roger Love, a top Hollywood voice coach. He works with celebrities like Reese Witherspoon and top speakers like Tony Robbins. And Roger Love speaks for a living. Even he gets nervous before speaking in public. He explained that feeling nervous during big moments is just inevitable, unavoidable. So instead of fighting it, he reframes it as excitement. So when he is a little bit nervous, instead of thinking, oh, I'm anxious, he tells himself, I'm excited to share something valuable with the audience. This reframe is very clever because your brain cannot actually tell the differences between nervousness and excitement because your body reacts the same way. Your heart races, you sweat, your voice shakes, and your face might turn red. So you can trick yourself by reframing the nervousness. You can tell yourself, oh, I'm actually so excited to share this valuable information, instead of thinking, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm afraid I'll mess up. I've used this reframe many times and it works like magic. Try it for yourself and see how it changes your experience and improve your performance. All right, here comes the most important strategy. Strategy number 3, prepare more. Most of the time, nervousness comes from not being fully prepared. The more you prepare, the more confident you will feel. Some of you might say, but Carrie, I've already practiced my speech 12 times. That is great. That is a great start. But if you're still feeling nervous, 12 times might not be enough for you right now. If you don't want to be nervous, you need to practice more. I once worked with a CEO who had a very big speech to thousands of people with even more people watching on a live stream. So right before going onto the stage, he and us found out that his teleprompter and his slides would not work. That meant he had to give a 1-hour speech entirely from memory. Everyone else, including me, started to panic. But the CEO simply said, okay, thanks for letting me know. And he calmly stepped aside to get ready. I was very curious, how can he stay so calm in such a situation? So I asked him. He smiled and said, Carrie, I practiced the speech 90 times already. I could give it while dancing. It'll be fine. So here's my point. When you are truly prepared, you won't feel nervous. Even unexpected problems won't shake you. And if you practice 12 times and you're still very nervous, that's a sign you need to practice more. How many times you need to practice depends on your current level. In the beginning, you probably suck. and you need 30 times, 50 times, 60 times. As you improve, you will need fewer repetitions. But if you still feel nervous, that is a very good signal. You are not prepared enough. You need to do more. You need to prepare more. Okay, some of you might be thinking right now, Carrie, those are great strategies, but what about those unexpected questions in meetings? You can't prepare for those? True, but there is still a way to handle them. If you want to know how, check out this video where I break down how to deal with tough on-the-spot questions in English meetings. I'll see you there.